The day we've all been waiting for is finally here. It's race day. The Brazilian Grand Prix has hosted some of the most important races in Formula One history. And I've got a feeling today will be no different. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here in Interlagos, where the São Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. Two very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junção into one of the two DRS zones will be key to any overtaking prospects today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And Andrea Kimi Antonelli completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Tsunoda, Norris, Charles Leclerc and Hamilton, Piastri, Verstappen, Albon and Liam Lawson, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Isaac Hadjar and Stroll, Behrman, Doohan, Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly, Bortoleto and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Interlagos, always one of my favourite weekends of the season. Love Brazil, adore this track.
Absolutely spot on, Crofty. I wish you could pick this circuit up and place it, copy-pasted on multiple different locations around the planet, because it is sensational to watch, sensational to drive. And for all these drivers here in Brazil, it's a great time to get stuck into this Interlagos circuit. It's an anti-clockwise track. Lots of important corners to get right, and it's a track where you can make or lose an awful lot of lap time.
Radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, DRS is now available. Might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Okay, you're in the top 10. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 3.0 seconds.
Good effort, anyway.
We've seen a brilliant display of the Russell hustle. It's George Russell who wins.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
What a day it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Time for our drivers to celebrate. And taking his place on the top step of the podium, he gave it some hustle. Well done to George Russell. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.